Have you ever felt completely exhausted by your child's tantrum? Maybe you've tried explaining, threatening, or even raising your voice, but nothing seemed to work. I've been there too. As a parent and someone who works with children, I used to think my job was to stop the tantrum as quickly as possible. But over time, I discovered something that completely changed the way I responded. The biggest change didn't happen when I became straighter. It happened when I changed the way I saw tantrums. Since making this shift, I've experienced fewer power struggles, calmer moments, and stronger connections with children. Today, I want to share the three changes that have helped me both at home and also in my work with children. Let's get started. So, when I first started working with children, and also when I first became a parent, my instinct was simple: stop the behavior. If a child cried, I wanted the crying to stop. If a child screamed, I wanted the screaming to stop immediately, and if a child threw themselves on the floor, I wanted him to be on his feet as soon as possible. But something caught my attention. I noticed that children who calmed down the fastest weren't always the children who were corrected first. They were often the children who first felt safe. They felt understood. They felt supported. That made me realize something important. Children don't always need us to control them. Many times, they need us to help them regain control of themselves. That changed everything for me. So here's the biggest parenting shift I made. I stopped seeing tantrums as the enemy. Instead, I started seeing them as communication. Young children are still learning how to manage big emotions. They don't always have the words to say, "I'm overwhelmed, I'm frustrated, I'm disappointed, I'm tired, or I'm scared." So instead, they communicate through behavior. Sometimes that behavior looks like screaming, sometimes like crying, sometimes it's throwing toys, sometimes it's lying on the supermarket floor. The behavior is the message. Once I started asking, what is this child trying to tell me? Instead of, how do I stop this behavior? Everything began to change. The first change I made was learning to stay calm. This wasn't easy. There were days I wanted to shout. There were moments when I felt embarrassed because people were watching. But I realized something. Children often borrow our emotions. If I became louder, they became louder. If I became more frustrated, they became even more upset. So I began slowing myself down first. I took a deep breath. I lowered my voice. I knelt to the child's level. I spoke slowly. Instead of saying, "Stop it right now," I'll calmly say, "I can see you are really upset." Did they stop every tantrum immediately? Of course, no, but it created an environment where the children could begin calming down. Remember this: you are calm is often the first step towards helping your child become calm. The second change was helping children understand their emotions. Many young children feel huge emotions but don't yet have the words to describe them. So instead of saying, "Stop crying," I started saying things like, "You are disappointed because playtime is over. You are angry because your tower fell down. Or you wanted that toy, but something amazing happened." Many children relaxed once they realized someone understood them. Feeling understood doesn't mean the child gets everything they want. It simply tells them, "I see you, I hear you. Your feelings matter." Over time, children begin learning the words they need instead of only expressing themselves through tantrums. The third change was learning that kindness and boundaries can exist together. Before, I sometimes thought I had to choose between being firm or being kind. Now I know children need both. For example, I might say, "I know you are upset, but it's still time to leave." Or, "I won't let you hate me. I will help you stay safe." The boundary stays the same, but my attitude changes. Children feel much safer when adults remain calm, predictable, and consistent. I've seen this make a big difference both in my work and also at home. Children may not like every boundary, but they benefit from knowing those boundaries are steady and loud. So to conclude, I'm not saying these three strategies will stop every tantrum. Every situation is different. But I can honestly say this simple shift have helped me experience fewer power struggles, calmer interactions, and stronger relationships with children. Remember the three parenting shifts: stay calm first, name the child's feelings, stay kind while keeping the boundary. Parenting isn't about raising children who never cry. It's about helping them learn how to manage big emotions in healthy ways. And that takes patience, consistency, and love. So if today's video encouraged you, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel for more daily parental tips, and also share with any parent you know. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these three parenting shifts are you going to try first? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.